No, not this again. Look, I've been talking about states that have basically no chance of going Democrat or whatever, but this may be the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Mick Mullen can potentially beat Mike Lee this fall. What? I cannot believe we're back to this crap. The same crap we've been hearing year in and year out of, oh, Mick Mullen, he's gonna win. He's close in the polls. It's over for Mike Lee. Guys, how many times do we have to discuss these ridiculous states? I have to burn energy discussing this state. I don't want to talk about Utah. There's nothing happening for the Senate race. Lee is winning this Senate race, and these people going around saying, oh, you see here, McMullen could potentially pull it off. No, McMullen is not winning this frickin' race. I don't care what the Desert News is saying about Mike Lee up by 3 or 5. Bullshit. And the people going around and predicting this race will be within 10 points. Why? What are you talking about? Do you have any brain matter left? My goodness. Now, I'm not going to make a big video about this. This is going to be like a shortish video because this is ridiculous. But let's get into it. So, Mike Lee is only down by 3 to 5 points. It's a likely voter poll. Well, guess what? Look at Utah in 2016 for the Senate race. Mike Lee, actually not the same poll, but look at this. Same sample size essentially, likely voters. He was up by 32, 30, 32, 29. He won by over 40 points. So even in a situation where Mike Lee's up by so much in the polls, they still understated his support. Okay, fine, you can make the argument it was an uncontested race, essentially. Why should we compare it? Fine. Look at this bullshit. This is McMullen's numbers in 2016. Remember, he was the Mormon god. He was gonna win Utah. Well, guess what? He did horrible. Not horrible concerning their independence, but horrible compared to the polling. Remember, McMullen will get 28% of the vote. 28, 24, 24. Only one poll had McMullen's number right on the money. But they underestimated Trump's support every single time by significant amount. So how is it going to be this cycle, which we have history of, that Republicans are going to be overstated in Utah polls? They basically never have. They're always understated, even in Utah. I'm getting sick of this. I mean, we had the McMullen plus 4. We had him at 29, 29%, 30%. Well, guess what? He got 21%. Do some basic math. That alone shifts this race into a safe column. Just doing that basic math alone. Basic math of Mike Lee's race. Just ignore Mike Lee, actually. Screw it. McMullen's own personal margin of error from 2016 would make this race a safe Republican seat. And these people that really think that Mike Lee's in trouble, let's look at the primary. Mike Lee got 62% of the vote. If there was one state where a good incumbent like Mike Lee, he's good on some issues, would be in trouble is Utah. Because you have frickin' Salt Lake City and this nonsense with Mormons. Again, I don't have a problem with Mormons exactly, but it's the way some of these people vote in Utah. It's more so just a Utah problem. Well, do some correlation at the population of Utah. You get the point. Either way, yeah, Mike Lee won every single county in the hub of this BS in freaking Utah, Salt Lake County. He still won the county by 9 points. This was his worst performing county statewide, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Salt Lake City. He still won the majority of Republican voters. He's not in trouble. If he was in trouble, we would see this. All right? These were quote-unquote Republicans that voted against Mike Lee. Either they're going to vote Republican no matter who, they just didn't care. They were going to vote Mike Lee either way, or they're just not going to vote. Who cares what is this, like 38% of the vote? Nobody gives a crap. Most of these voters are going to vote for Mike Lee anyways. They're not going to magically vote for Evan McMullin. Some of them may, but that's not going to be a large enough share. You know why? Look at Utah's party registration. A very key indicator. What percent of Utah's Republican? Over half. Do some basic math. Even if McMullin wins every single other voter that's not a Republican, he still needs to pick off many Republicans just to win this state. Because reminder, Republicans are going to have higher turnout because it's a red wave. So where can you possibly get this nonsense that Mike Lee's in trouble? He's not. He's going to win easily. When you have a state that's over 50% Republican for party registration, and Democrats are squat, they're like, what, 12%? Where are you going to find these voters from to get anywhere close? It's just an absurd thing that people are going around, because Mike Lee, sure, even if he loses the unaffiliated vote, he's not going to lose every single one of them. He's going to lose maybe, okay, let's say McMullin wins 70% unaffiliated voters, wins 20% Republicans. That's not enough. There's just flat out not enough votes for McMullin to get. So this crap that Mike Lee's somehow in trouble. The only way McMullin could maybe win is if this was a blue wave. That means Republican turnout would have been down. He wins basically every single other voter that's not a Republican. And he wins a substantial amount of Republicans. Then he may have a shot. But that's not going to happen. I don't know why I had to discuss this, but some people had the galls to say, this race will be competitive. No, it will not. It's absurd. This happened in 2016. This crap similarly happened in 2020. People don't remember that. Utah is going to be competitive in 2020 because the McMullin voters are going to vote for Biden. He lost the state by like 25 or whatever it was. It's not going to happen. A state that Trump won by, I think it was 25. Don't quote me though. But I'm pretty sure it was 25% he won the state of Utah by in 2020. Those voters, they're going to magically vote for McMullin. Bullshit. Total bullshit. It's just ridiculous. Mike Lee is going to win this race easily. I'm not making any more videos on Utah. This is case closed. Just ignore Utah until 2024 when we primary out that loser, Spencer Cox. Great last name. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.